ASMR Nation. Today, I'm just going to show you guys some random photos that I have in my phone before I clean out my camera roll. So I've got my phone here, I'm chewing gum, and I've also got, I broke a nail putting this on. And I'll probably break another one trying to take it off. I don't know how to put jewelry on and off, and I don't know how women apply jewelry every day. If I'm being honest, I haven't figured it out yet. That's why I like jewelry that I just never take off, or what I need is some waterproof pieces. And there are some brands that are making cute waterproof pieces, but a lot of them are gold, and I'm not a gold gal, I am a silver gal, so it's frustrating. But this is silver, and it's got all these little charms, and this is from my maternal grandmother, who is still with us. She is in her 80s. Okay. Before we get into this, let's start with some light housekeeping. If you are new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back, OGs. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe. Boop the like button. Boop. The notification bell. Leave a comment. It can be anything related to the video. It can be just a hello. It can be an emoji or two. Anything as long as it's friendly. Keep it cool. Keep it cool. And as always, I will link my tip jars in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but it does help to support the channel. I actually have some ideas that I want to implement, but those ideas do require some purchases. So. All right. Now, I was talking about in another video, it was my celebs with sauce video, about how I love Anna Taylor. What's her name? Anna Taylor Joy, right? And I was telling you guys how my oldest daughter looks just like her. So hold on. There is a guy rolling around the street on seemingly a useless piece of equipment casually. Like it's equipment, but he's standing on it. It's got like a basket in the front. Equipment. It's a vehicle of some sort. It's got a basket on the front, but he's not like spreading seed. He's in the street. Why would you? I have no idea. Like it's a bat. It looks like farm, or why would you do that in a regular neighborhood? I don't know if he's just wasting tax dollars or what, because he's literally smoking a cigarette, riding around on this thing, making noise that is not appreciated. Okay, so Anna Taylor Joy, I was telling you guys how my oldest daughter looks freakishly a lot like Anna Taylor Joy. So when I first started watching her, it freaked me out. So I put their pictures side by side. It's not the best side by side, but you'll get the point. So that's Anna, and that's Amelia. And like they look so much alike, like even the shape of their lips, the nose, the shape of the face, the eyes, like Amelia's eyebrows, if they were filled in, They just look so much alike to me. It's bizarre. And back when Anna did the movie Split, that's when people I didn't know who she was yet, and people started messaging me like, have you seen that movie? That girl looks just like Amelia. And I hadn't yet. And then when I saw it at the time, they both had dark hair. I was like, whoa, this is freaking weird. Okay. This is my mother and me, and I look pretty terrified here. Yeah, that was me. I was like a little hairy bug. As a lot of Mexican girl babies are pretty hairy little bug babies, so was I. Here is me at Easter time. I think I was 2 here. It didn't say on the back of the picture. But what's also funny to me is that there's some decor in the bag, and it's pampas grass. And I was like, oh my god, pampas grass used to be a decor, and now it's back because I have a lot of pampas grass. So there's me. And if you've seen my toddler, he looks just like me at this age. And then here's one more of me. And this one looks just like my teenage daughter right now. She's a teenager right now. It looks just like her. So yeah, I was cheesing. This couch was like an icon. I don't know if there was only 4 couches you could get back then, because a lot of people had this couch. It's in a lot of pictures. It's the pheasant couch. There's pheasants. I don't know why pheasants were on furniture prints back then, but they were. Okay, here is my toddler at the library yesterday. This is a home haircut because he will not get a haircut, so disregard the lack of skill I have. But they have like these little cups. All the crayons are usually like blown to smithereens, but they can grab a piece of paper and their little cup of crayons and go to town. So that is that. And okay, this one is him outside the last time that it snowed, like last week. And you'll see there's red in the snow. So the night before this picture, we had a little incident. Apparently, I don't know how to cut my dog's nails. So I got about 6 or 7 of them cut. I did good on those. I was getting confident. And then I went for another one, and now mind you, he was pulling away. He hates having his paws touched. Both my dogs, I think it's a poodle thing. Both my dogs hate having their paws touched. So he was pulling away a lot. I was trying to keep him as still as possible and just take like take just the tip off. But apparently I got a little too short on one of them, and it was a bloody nightmare. A freaking bloody nightmare. It was like all over the floor, and I didn't have the powder, so I just like tried to hold it for a little while, but he didn't want me to hold it. He didn't act like it was hurting him at all. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. I let him outside hoping like it would quit within a few minutes because it was literally getting all over the place and it was snowy out. So I'm like, maybe if he just puts his paw in the ice, I don't know. And then it did. It quit. I let him out for about 4 or 5 minutes, let him back in. It was good. So I'm like, okay, oh, no big deal. But then the next morning, he was playing outside and it came open again. And that happened like every time I let him out for the next, like for 12 hours after the whole incident. So at some point, the whole yard was covered in like these little bloody dots of snow. I'm like, wow, if somebody's on a walk, they're probably going to look over here and call the authorities. I think that's a pretty scary sight, you know? But nobody did. Nobody found it suspicious, which is also a little scary. Okay. What else do I have in here? I have a ton of TikToks. Okay, here is an old one, an oldie but a goodie. This is my teenager now when she was a little girl, and she always loved getting shots at the doctor. So here's her after a shot, thumbs up, lollipop in hand. She was a girly girl. No. But she had a little purse on, some jean shorts, a little hoodie. How cute is that? A bow, a pink bow. I need to send this to her. But she was always so good. This child, from 4 to 10, was a freaking angel. But before 4, and that's kind of what I'm going through with my toddler now. He's a freaking maniac. Love him to death. The child is a maniac. So I'm holding on for dear life, hoping that I get that peaceful, like 4 to 10 little break. Also, I'm gonna be honest with you. Trigger warning. Freaking America, right? So we just had one full-on episode at Nashville. I won't go into the details, but you already know we're talking about America, we're talking about schools. And I saw that there was another incident in San Antonio. That one was intervened. That happened on March 24th. So that was almost a full-on again. But a mom saw something, reported it, and actually the authorities were there right away and stopped. So it looks like homeschooling is going to be the name of the game in my toddler's future. I'm not excited about that. I'm almost conspiratory in the sense that, is this what they wanted? Because they've been pulling money from public schools for a long time. The cuts are unreal. The area that we're in, the schools are a total. It's embarrassing. The day-to-day stuff that happens at these junior highs and high schools here is like totally out of control. I'm hoping that the day-to-day out of controlness is, how do I explain this? Like, if it's crazy every day, maybe we won't get that crazy one day. I don't know, that's just in my head. I've like even asked my teenager 100 times, like, should we do online? And she's like, no, I want to see my friends. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm trying to leave it up to her, but it's hard. And luckily there are online public schools now, so there's that. And I think over the next few years there will be more homeschool like groups. this is just me taking a little break. There's my foot. The dog knocked over the hoop. This had to go into the trash. So this was on my 3-day binge of doggy duty. We have a relatively big backyard, and we have 2 dogs, a big one and my little poodle. And if you're a dog owner in the Midwest, you know that you pretty much just let your dogs out all winter and you don't pick up anything because there's snow and it's freezing out. So in the spring it takes hours to get it all together, but I did it. This is don't get on me about this pic because I already know, but I have pictures of like when I was little. I know, don't let your kids do this to dogs, okay? Don't. These 2 grew up together. They've always been like this. They are equally like this to each other, and he doesn't. Never mind, I'll just show you the pic. So he does sit on Peps. Peps is well versed in all forms of touch, so Peps has been touched. It's kind of like something you do when you raise a dog around kids, is you put your hand in their food all the time. You pull, not hard, but you're always pulling and touching, and hand in the mouth, hand on the tail. You just get them really used to the touch, and that's how we choose to be with Peps. And whatever. So anyways, they play together, they roll in the leaves together. I'm not sure where the dog stops and the human begins. They're pretty much twins of mischief. A boy and his dog. Here is just a photo of, oh look, we've got my pampas grass in the back of me doing, like I had all my tarot, not all, but I had my tarot decks out because I was doing readings for people on this day. And for some reason, when I pull, all my tarot decks are behind me in this room, but when I pull decks to work for the day, I'm like, just grab 4 or 5, and I can't do it. I end up with 20 every time, like 10, 20. So ridiculous. Like when I go to work and I have a long break at work, sometimes I will bring some cards so I can do readings for people. I do readings, I type them out, so I'm not like face to face. And I'll be like, okay, just grab a few decks, Natalie. You have to bring all your work stuff too. You don't want this load to be too heavy. You gotta go in and out. Gotta bring them all home. Just grab 3 decks, Natalie. I can't do it. I guess it's just the addict in me. This is, unfortunately, I wanted this so bad and I got it. And this is Replica Lazy Sunday Morning. I wanted it so bad, like last year. So I finally got it, and for some reason, I'm not able to wear lavender scents like I used to. So now I have to put it on, like, what is it? My fiance uses Mercari, I think. I'm like, well, let's just sell it. But then he wore it and it smelled good on him. So I'm like, I'll just keep it then. And this is a pic of Peps. He's got the little white here, just a little white here. And then you can see he's kind of got some red in his beard because his eyes are in there somewhere. His mom was a golden retriever. His dad was a poodle, so he's a first gen oodle. A lot of people get on the oodle breed this dog is excellent. This dog has been excellent since day one. He gets a little funky, like on walks. He's kind of a little squirrely. He has like a bounce to him. So like when he gets scared, he kind of bounces a little. He gets a little kangaroo-y. Not up, but just like springy. More springy than I'm used to. But he listens. He's a good boy. He potty trained in like 2 weeks. It's ridiculous how smart he is. And people will talk about like, oh, breeding practices, right? Show me any breed. How does breeding work? 2 dogs do it. And then there's puppies. So that can be mismanaged in any breed. Any breed can overdo it, right? And they do. So you do gotta be careful with that. But when people bring it up concerning one breed, I'm like, that could be any breed. Why would you single out a breed for bad breeding practices when it could literally be almost any breed? Other than like cesarean, I would say cesarean in itself is probably a bad breeding practice, but it would be harder for somebody to do it, overdo it, because I think they can only have a set amount of cesareans. So yeah, check out breeders with anything. But he's been a good boy since day one. And here is my pot of cold brew. It was delicious. I'm not even a big fan of the minty stuff, but this was like called sweet mint, I think, like a sweet mint cold foam. It was so good. And then they put the little silver and gold sprinkles, and you can't really tell there, but it was like a light minty grain. So this was my St. Patrick's Day pot of cold brew that I got at Coffee Revolution. Now this is another St. Patrick's Day little treat. And there's a cookie place downtown, and these were, oh my god, fire. This one I definitely want more of. I actually told my adult son. He was over and he's like, oh, the one cookie place is gone. I was like, that's okay. It's actually, it just moved, but I was like, there's another one down there. You gotta go try it. And I said, if you go, get me this one. It is the vanilla almond cookie. I think the cookie is pretty much just, not vanilla almond, cherry almond. The cookie has the almond, and I'm pretty sure the frosting has a cherry, and together they are so good. This was a Shamrock Pop-Tart. It was a little minty. There was a little minty like frosting on the inside. That was like a lemon berry oatmeal cookie. And this one was a blondie, like a birthday cake blondie. Oh, they were all so freaking good. So I want to go back. But I gotta lose like 5 pounds first. I just quit my medication because it was so ridiculous. I was gaining like 2 pounds a week solid for 2 months on it. I'm like, this just can't go on anymore. Screw that. So I'm in the middle of yet another. Right now I'm just gonna have to do a hard reset and just quit for just a little bit, because I don't know. Okay, so this one, we have some new people at work in the suites, and I'm always usually the first person to get to work. I start really early. Some days I start at like 7. So I'll get there like 6:45. Anyways, there was a new girl. I didn't get to meet all the new people because I got like all these prints on my arm now. That's why I can't wear jewelry. Like, that would drive me crazy if I had to wear that all day. Like, this is coming off right after the video. Anyways, I was at work and the new girl was like using her key to get in. I don't unlock the front door because I don't work at the front. So the door is locked until front people get there. So she was like unlocking. I think she thought she was the only one there, or that she was the earliest one there. And she walked in and she saw me and she looked kind of scared. And I was like, I introduced myself, but I was like, do I look scary? And I did. So I took a picture. And I was like, she probably thought I was like, yeah, that's how I go to work some days. It's fine. It's fine. It's like she probably thought I was an intruder, like, or somebody that was sleeping there overnight. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So I gotta clean up my camera roll and make room because sometimes I do film on my phone. So anyways, if you are still there, I hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening.